Last week, the Power BI team published an article officially announcing the DATAFLOWS Gen1 as a legacy product in favor of the DATAFLOWS Gen2 with Fabric. And as someone who heavily relies on DATAFLOWS Gen1 for most of my solutions, this is actually quite bad. Let me try to explain to you why and some of the options that you have from here. Dataflows, if you didn't know already, is essentially Power Query on the web. It lets you centralize your various data sources from many different places. It lets you clean them up using Power Query transformation so it can be used downstream for your semantic models or even Excel. This creates a single source of truth for all your downstream reports, ensuring that transformations and definitions basically stay the same as long as you pull from the same data flow tables. I myself use data flows quite a lot in this manner, acting as my upstream, where I push most of my transformations before it hits my reports. Ever since the introduction of Fabric, there's been a bunch of new or improved versions of various Power BI products or solutions that emerged along with it. So org apps is a good example, where you have now workspace apps and org apps for Fabric, as well as the DATAFLOWS Gen2, which is supposedly an improvement from the DATAFLOWS Gen1 version. Unfortunately, I can't tell you about any of these improvements because I don't have Fabric, and in turn I can't use Gen2. And herein lies the problem. DATAFLOWS Gen1, for all of its limitations, worked with Pro or Premium per user licenses. This means that if you have a Microsoft E5 license, you most likely already have a Pro license, which makes this feature basically just the cream on top of your license. This announcement not only mentions this feature as being legacy, it also mentions that it will be retired altogether. This means that the DATAFLOWS Gen1 will be scrapped altogether, and the only way to use DATAFLOWS moving forward will be the Gen2. While they mentioned that there will be a 12-month notice before retirement, this only applies for premium capacity users. So if you're in a Pro or Premium per user license like I am, you're strongly encouraged to move on to the Gen2, and that this 12-month notice doesn't apply to you altogether. The Pro and Premium per user licenses are personally what I prefer in a lot of cases, just because of its simplicity and predictability. You pay a certain amount each month for a self-service tool that basically just works. Ever since Fabric was introduced, this whole pay-as-you-go components, although gives you a lot of opportunities to save cost by only paying for what you use, it also adds the burden of having to monitor your compute usage because you might overspend more than what you need to. If you're a small team that utilizes only the basic features of DataFlows, this is quite a hard sell because upgrading to a Fabric license from a Pro license is an additional cost to the users that are using the basic features of DataFlows without any significant gain. It's not fair to say that there's no improvement because Gen2 does seem to have a lot more features involved in it. It's just if you're someone who is only interested in the basic features of the DataFlows Gen1, you don't seem to have any other lightweight options. There's a great Reddit thread that summarizes this issue quite well, and I will leave a link to it below if you want to read more about it. And the upvotes and comments on this post seems to echo basically my sentiment on this announcement. Now let's talk about what we can do from now. Despite all of my ramblings so far, the Power BI team is quite active in forums and subreddits when it comes to feedback. And I would say the first thing that you need to do if you're leveraging DATAFLOWS Gen1 is to voice your opinion. The more people that provides these kind of feedback, the better chances there will be for an alternative or a better ramp-off procedure. And the Power BI team has shown their flexibility in the past. They rolled back features that were not received very well by the community, for example. The next thing that you should probably start doing is planning your migration or your re-architectures. If you can afford it, upgrading to Gen2 is probably the easiest and most painless option that you can do because it lets you keep your current architecture, and they've also added a convenient button that allows you to convert your Gen1 data flows into Gen2. For those of you like me though who cannot afford this upgrade, you probably want to be looking at re-architecturing your solutions, maybe moving these data flow solutions and your tables downstream, down to your semantic models. This is a nightmare if you have multiple semantic models because you lose your single source of truth and you have to rewrite your logic across multiple reports that need it. And even further, it doesn't guarantee that all your models will have the same outputs because these different semantic models could be refreshed at different times. But this change is necessary to prepare you for the inevitable fact that the Dataflows Gen 1 will be retired, and you don't want your solutions to be depending on a legacy product that might break or might get deprecated in the future. And that pretty much covers my thoughts about this announcement. It's not really my typical type of video, but I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think about this announcement in the comment section box below.